here tiling a shower floor. The reason it's red is because we've used Red Guard to waterproof the shower, 3 coats of that. And when you're tiling the shower floor, it's most recommended to use a 2-inch tile, 2x2. There's a lot of nice patterns out there, but in order to get your slope that lets the water drain down, a 2x2 is highly recommended. And if you use tiny stones, it's hard to get all that grout, because if you get a crack in there or something, you're going to get water leaking underneath and go into your shower pan liner or go under your tiles. So it's up to you what you want to use. Just telling you guys what's recommended. But dry lay your tiles out first. As you see, we got our drain here, and I got spacers in order to space in between. I'm going to dry lay all of them. And with the 2x2 tile, these actually separate, so I would cut them out when I come around the drain. I'm going to dry lay the entire area and make sure that it fits nice, mark it, and then that's when we're going to put our thin set down and mount it down to where it needs to stay. If you haven't started on this section here and you're just watching this to get some tips and tricks, you're going to want to make sure that you leave a 1-inch gap over here, because if you don't and you put your backer board into your shower pan, it can mold. Lifting it up also saves you about, I'm going to say about 8 hours of time, being that once you put your tile floor in first and then you lay your tile on the wall, it then overlaps and comes down over it, instead of you putting your tile down first and then taking your tile on your floor and trying to cut it perfectly up against that edge. It's going to be so simple for me just to lay this floor and take my tile and just place it right on top of it. You'll leave a little gap and put a grout line up under there. Well, anyways, so this is where we're at right now, and we're dry laying as I go. I am cutting upstairs. I'm actually 2 flights up right now, so to save a lot of time, I got my wet saw set up. Got a ladder over here with a towel on it for the backsplash. When it splashes up there, that catches all the water. Also, I've used some painter's tape to hold this plastic sheeting up. Towels over there, catches all the water. Saves me a lot of time for cutting every cut that I need to do. So we're just going to proceed. I've been going at this for about 20 minutes, trying to space it in the best area that I can, being so you don't see so much of a line in any area. So we'll just keep going at it until we get it. The most important thing is most likely the drain and your lines around the edges so you don't see them. I'm gonna have no tiles cut here, and just what I'm gonna do is leave a grout line, the same thickness of this grout line all the way around. So we're gonna have some small cuts here, not too bad, and then these ones will be just easy to do too. So this will be a little bit small cuts, but grout line there all the way around and look real nice when it's done. Alright, so we got everyone cut, went around the drain. Give you guys a close-up of what happened there. You got like an L shape right there and an L shape right there. I left a little gap in between, and we're pretty much ready to lay the thin set down. We're going to do a few sections at a time. And when you say you work on that corner there, you actually don't use your hands to pat this down. When you put your thin set down, you actually take your trowel, your float, and you just pat it down when you got it in place. That way it keeps it flat. If you start pushing your hand on these 2x2 tiles, you'll start getting a wave. You don't want to get that. So, and always make sure to check. See, I got that long tile there. So when I put my thin set down, I'm gonna lay it left and right and make sure that it's gonna set good when I have it to come down and the bottom tile to cut, so it's flush, nice and straight. So